Exactly 1 year ago today, the Detroit Pistons fell short against the Houston Rockets, losing 112-110, which dropped their record to 337 in the first half of the 2023-2024 NBA season. Just 2 weeks earlier, they made NBA history by losing in overtime to the Boston Celtics, 128-122, marking their 28th consecutive defeat and bringing their record to 229. If you recall, only a few games prior to that, after starting with a 226 record, discussions about selling the team emerged. Cade Cunningham,
after his post-game presser.
Yeah, we're not 2-26 bad. You know what I mean? Like, no way are we that bad. So yes, I think we can turn it around. I think we can play a lot better brand of basketball than we're playing right now.
Cunningham shared his thoughts after a post-game press conference, stating, "Yeah, we're not 226 bad, you know what I mean? There's no way we're that bad. So yes, I think we can turn it around. We can play a much better brand of basketball than what we're currently showing." Fast forward to now, and the Detroit Pistons sit at 29 for the year, surpassing their total wins from the past 2 seasons in just half the games. The main factor for this turnaround is Cade Cunningham's impressive all-star caliber performance. However, what is flying under the radar is how remarkable of a season Cade Cunningham is truly having. If he maintains this pace, he would become only the second player in NBA history to accomplish this feat. So, without any further delay, let's delve deeper into this. Cade Cunningham is on the brink of history, yet few are taking note. Let's get into the video. As stated in the introduction, last year was a tumultuous time for both the Detroit Pistons and Cade Cunningham, with opinions about him as a player being quite divided. Some believed he simply wasn't a top guy, while others, like me, believed he was in a tough spot and still had superstar potential. The changes this offseason have been significant. Monty Williams was let go, and they hired J.B. Bickerstaff, who was recently fired from the Cleveland Cavaliers after leading them to the playoffs as the 4th seed for 2 consecutive years. They also acquired some strong veterans like Tobias Harris, Tim Hardaway Jr., and Malik Beasley, while essentially dismissing their former GM Troy Weaver and bringing in Trajan Langdon from the New Orleans Pelicans. All of these changes have had a huge impact on the Pistons this season, but none are as crucial as the ongoing development and rise of Cade Cunningham. Presently, he's averaging 24.2 points, 6.7 rebounds, and 9.5 assists per game, achieving this with an effective field goal percentage of 51.9% and hitting 37% from three-point range. His 9.5 assists rank him 3rd in the NBA, just behind Trae Young and Nikola Jokic. As I mentioned in the intro, if he can maintain over 24 points, 6 rebounds, and 9 assists for the remainder of the season, he would become only the second player in NBA history to average these stats at 23 or younger, with Oscar Robertson being the only other player to accomplish this, doing so twice. Hence, Cade is truly pursuing history, even if not many are focusing on it. I genuinely believe he's performing at an all-star level and deserves his first selection in his 4th year, which makes me quite pleased because if you check out the video I created regarding Cade Cunningham and his situation with the Detroit Pistons last year, I primarily discussed how they're ruining him and wasting his potential by failing to build a team around him. I received some comments expressing disbelief in Cade's abilities. As I previously noted, his shooting performance has been the main factor in why Cade hasn't appeared as effective as he could have at the start of his career. In fact, the Detroit Pistons had a dreadful performance last year from beyond the arc, ranking 26th in three-point percentage and 27th in attempts. Fast forward to this season, and the Pistons are now somewhat average in both shooting percentage and volume, largely due to the additions of Malik Beasley, Tobias Harris, and Tim Hardaway Jr. This all aligns well with Cade Cunningham's playing style, which is heliocentric. He requires spacing and shooting support, with open corners to drive to the basket, utilize his mid-range game, throw lobs, and assist players in the corners. What astounds me even more about this Pistons squad is that since Jaden Ivey suffered his leg injury on New Year's Day, they have won 6 out of their last 7 games. During that stretch, they achieved a net rating that ranks 6th in the entire NBA, with Cade averaging 25.1 points, 6.6 rebounds, 8.9 assists, and shooting 45% from beyond the arc. The most significant aspect of Cade's performance that he must consistently work on, particularly this year, is his turnovers. He's averaging 4.3 turnovers per game, with a turnover rate of 14.8% according to Clean the Glass. However, to put this into perspective, Trae Young has the same turnover rate, while John Morant and James Harden have even higher rates. So, it could be worse for someone with this level of usage. If we examine some advanced metrics for the Pistons, you'll find that today's video is sponsored by Raycon. Just ask my wife. I've tried many earbuds and headphones throughout the years, and, for some reason, I've never been entirely satisfied with my choices until I discovered the Raycon Everyday Earbuds. As someone who needs dependable and comfortable audio tools daily due to my work as a YouTuber and video editor, these Raycon earbuds are precisely what I've been searching for. They're incredibly user-friendly and deliver high-quality audio, which is crucial when I'm editing videos. Yet, what I appreciate most about Raycon is how reasonably priced they are. You can often get 2 pairs of these earbuds for you and your significant other for the price of 1 pair from other brands. The battery life is remarkable, and I also enjoy the quick charge feature. Because I'm the type of person who doesn't charge or prepare in advance, I'll plug them in for 10 minutes while I script a video or on my way to the gym, and in those 10 minutes, you get 90 minutes of battery life. The only downside is that my wife constantly wants to take them, even though she owns a pair of those more popular headphones. When you buy Raycon earbuds, you also receive a protective case for free, which is essential for someone like me who isn't always careful with their belongings. Another aspect I appreciate about these earbuds is that when I'm doing chores around the house that take 30 to 45 minutes, like washing dishes or tidying up, that currently only Tobias Harris, Malik Beasley, and Cade Cunningham have a positive net rating for the Pistons. As much as I want to support Jalen Duren, I really don't think he's the solution as a big for this team. They could genuinely use an improvement at that position. I'm not completely out on him. I see him as a decent backup center. However, I do not believe he is the player we first presumed he might become after his debut season. Another key aspect of Cade's development over the past 2 seasons has been his three-point shooting. If you examine his rookie season, I realize he hardly played in his second year, but his three-point shooting wasn't impressive. Last year, he was slightly below the league average, although he improved a few percentage points this year to 37%, and, as noted, he has been even more effective in the past 6 or 7 games. Just look at the difference in spacing for the Pistons when comparing clips from this season and the last. Last year, they featured players logging significant minutes like Killian Hayes, who managed only 29% from 3, Isaiah Livers at 28%, Troy Brown Jr. at 28%, and even Evan Fournier at 27%. In contrast, this season, Tobias Harris is shooting 35% from 3, Malik Beasley is at 39.6%, Tim Hardaway Jr. at 38.7%, and A.A.R. Thompson has seen a 10% rise to 28.6%. Additionally, Jaden Ivey was shooting 40% from 3 before his injury compared to 33% last year. This team is significantly better in terms of shooting compared to last season. If we check Cade's advanced metrics on Dunson3.com, it's clear they appreciate the improvement in his offensive play this year, which shows a notable rise from last season. His defense, however, was considered poor by Dunson3 last year. This year, he is performing notably above average, and if we check CleanTheGlass.com, it's evident that he enhances the performance of everyone on the court alongside him. He ranks in the 96th percentile for effective field goal percentage while on the floor, with his team shooting 4.9% better in effective field goals with him playing. Another aspect of Cade's game where he excels is driving to the basket, as illustrated here. Center culture places him 6th in the NBA for rim and post-scoring composite scores among guards. The only area he might improve is his effective field goal percentage near the rim, but I believe that could significantly improve if he had a more capable big man, similar to how De'Aaron Fox has Sabonis, Shai has Chet Holmgren and Isaiah Hartenstein. T.J. McConnell has Miles Turner and Pascal Siakam, and Jalen Brunson benefits from Karl Anthony Towns. Cade doesn't have anyone comparable to those players. Therefore, it seems Cade has finally demonstrated to his skeptics that he is a budding superstar in this league. The only question remaining is how far the Pistons can go this season, or if a team will. Could the 76ers secure their position, or might they find a way to advance out of the play-in by defeating teams like the Indiana Pacers or the Atlanta Hawks? Is there a possibility they could clinch the 6th seed by overcoming the Pacers and the Heat? Personally, I'm unsure. They seem to lack talent overall. While the veteran additions have significantly boosted their production, Jaden Ivey is out for the season, and he played a key role as a secondary creator. Evaluating the teams surrounding them in the East, they appear to be the least skilled, in my view, unless the Jimmy Butler situation results in a trade before the deadline. In that case, they might compete with the Miami Heat. However, I genuinely believe the Indiana Pacers will eventually find their rhythm. Furthermore, I suspect the Philadelphia 76ers will also be vying for that 6th seed, which seems wild to claim at this moment. Therefore, I believe the Pistons will finish in the 8th or 9th seed and might secure a single victory in the play-in if they land in those slots, but they ultimately won't qualify for the playoffs this year. This isn't necessarily negative for Detroit, it's a significant step forward. They have ample cap space for future developments, and their outlook is promising. I have faith in Tran Langdon's ability to know how to build a team around Cade Cunningham. At the very least, let's hope Cade Cunningham achieves NBA history this year by becoming only the second player to replicate what Oscar Robertson accomplished. If you liked this video, thank you very much for tuning in. Cade is a true rising star in this league, and he deserves significantly more acknowledgement for it. He should be an all-star this year. Thanks for watching, and as usual, we'll catch you on the court.